journey begins once I set foot on the other side. That'll be when my survival part kicks in and I'll start collecting things. And you, sorry to say, are going in here. Boy, that goes to show you can be as careful as you can be and still get in trouble. When I jumped in, unfortunately I didn't get on video, but when I jumped in, I popped that one out and I lost all the water in this ring, which caused me to take on water. Now everything's soaked. Thankfully I put my important stuff in Ziploc bags, but I'm starting off my survival trip with sopping wet pants. I guess look at it as another challenge. Oh boy. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stash my boat. Deflate it, stash the pump in my boat. I'm not concerned about drying myself off right now. I hopefully just by exertion it'll dry me. So from now on we're allowed to pick things up. The mission has begun. One of the things I'm doing now is I'm just simply scouting for a location to place my shelter. I'm heading upriver because that's where the large tract of BLM is. The other thing I see up there is some oak trees, which hopefully we can procure some acorns from. One of the things about survival is when an opportunity for food presents itself, you take it, because you never know when you're going to be presented with another opportunity. I'm also going to have to be really careful walking on these stones. I don't sprain my ankle or something, that wouldn't be good. I'm not going to take a picture of every little thing that I collect, but if it's something that is significant, I will share it with you. And to me, in my situation, this is significant. Come on. Oh yeah, very nice. I know it's a long ways away, but I think I'm heading for those dark trees, those big firs up there. It's up right where I'm at. It doesn't look very promising for shelter. Well, coming up on this little flat here on the river, this is kind of a nice little flat spot. Looks like someone's already been camping here at one time or another. Looks like someone that might have been here for a while. Kind of strange. Got bottles of water, some food. Like it's been here for a while. Oh, an agate. Nice. Has a good taste in rocks. Soap. Oh my goodness, it's still sealed. What is that? Ah, cranberry sauce. Blah. What do we got here? Chicken noodle soup. It looks like it's still sealed. Wow. jar of slime, peanut butter, and a bunch of canned food here. Well, I guess, worst comes to worst. Is that cheating? I don't know. Alright, I've come to the conclusion that this is definitely the place I'm going to stay. I really like this flat. There's a lot of firewood and driftwood piles down there. I still can't believe I got all wet. Man, every time I walk by this, I'm thinking, man, what a perfect little shelter. It is dry under it. This might, for what we need right now, fairly quick shelter. There's tons of leaves right there. A lot of wood. You just stack up, make a kind of reflector shelter, and go from there. I guess I better get with it. Daylight's burning and I'm tired. I decided to use this downed madrone limb. Well, this is going to be my shelter for the night. I'm going to continue gathering more leaves, but basically what I've got there is a big old pack rat nest. Oh yeah. And the basic rule of thumb for collecting insulation, leaves, whatever, figuring out how much you need to keep warm, about the time you think you have enough, because you're tired and you're worn out and you're sick of collecting insulation and leaves and stuff, get about 2 to 3 times as much as you think you need. Most of it gets crushed down and then it loses its insulatory value. One of the most important things is also to get enough insulation to get you up off the ground. The dirt will suck a lot of heat out of you and you will freeze to death. Okay, I got some pitchwood here. There we go. Now we're cooking with Crisco. I don't need it too big, just big enough to that I can see and sit by and enjoy the light of. I'm just going to head down to the river for a moment just to look at things. And I wish you guys could see what I'm watching. Just the river. Just sitting by the edge of the river, enjoying the peace. It's important to have times like this where you sit and think. Contemplate life. Enough contemplating life. Oh, I guess I better get back to the fire. I like these guys. These guys are cool. Can't see that far. The deer sitting there watching me. Crazy thing. Still watching me. What a funny critter. Probably thinking the same thing of me. What a funny critter. I certainly didn't expect to get dumped right off the bat, but that ended up being not really a problem, other than causing some discomfort to me. I'm finding that the older I get, the more advanced in years I become, that I'm I'm having a harder and harder time getting away from my family. I guess, you know, I used to be, I'd love to be alone. Now it just kind of drives me nuts being away from them. It takes a lot of enjoyment out of, you know, things like this. I mean, I enjoy it, I really do. I like the challenge of it. But at the same time, even doing stuff like this, usually I'm with someone. I usually have 1 or 2 or 3 or 6 of the kids along, or a friend or something. And, you know, I used to do things alone a lot, and now I think I've just kind of gotten used to having my family around. Still there, peeking at me from behind the tree. What's he doing? Maybe that's not a deer. No, it's a deer. I hope. These socks are roasting nicely. Got my pants drying, draped over a log right there. Keeps getting closer and closer. How close I can get to him. I don't think I want to get close to them. Not if they're in the rut. Alright, buddy, I'll leave you alone. I'll leave you alone. And then that guy's coming at me. What in the world? He's pursuing her. Well, I'm tired. I'm going to bed. I'm gonna let this fire burn out. I'm gonna tuck all my leaves into me so I don't burn up tonight. Putting all my clothes on that I got. I'll just snuggle up and burrow inside of my nest here. And I will see you either sometime tonight if I happen to wake up, or in the morning. Alright, here's the deal. In the middle of the night, I'm stinking freezing. I'm running out of firewood. I really need to improve my shelter. For tonight, my shelter is not keeping me adequately warm. The leaf insulation on the ground is working really good. It's really warm. I can feel it holding my heat. So at least the ground isn't chilling me, sucking my cold, sucking the heat out of me. But found a really nice big piece of maple limb that had broken off. Since I don't have an axe, I'm just going to lay it on the fire and let the fire cut it in half for me. I'm going back to bed. Probably end up sitting next to the fire for a while.
There's my nest. I started out under there, and it got really cold last night. Like we're on kind of a bend of the river. The wind is coming up right here, and so all the cold air is coming in right at the foot of our shelter here. I think I'll have to build a wall of some kind to keep that wind in there, or out of here. At this point, I'm really not thirsty. I'm not really hungry. But I do know I need to be drinking some water, so I'm going to take this pan I found. I'm going to get some water from the river and boil it up. These are where the beavers were frolicking last night. The thing is, I don't want to be exerting too much energy without having food. So we're taking it pretty easy. We'll walk around a little bit, see if we can find maybe some acorns, or I don't know, something to eat. Maybe some poison oak berries. I think I'll go over there to get some water where it's running, instead of in this kind of stagnant, nasty part. Got some nice water. We'll take it back to camp, boil it up. We'll have some water to drink. Very nice. And while we're waiting for that to boil, I'm going to do a quick rundown on the items that I brought. Okay, this pile here is gear that I carry with me. Well, it's what I had on me today when I went, or yesterday when I went to work. This is what I carry with me almost all the time. I did another video on my everyday carry stuff, and pretty much so you've kind of seen most of this already. Obviously, I carry a little pin light, flashlight, my keys, lighter, source of fire, and a pen, my Leatherman, extra key, and pocket knife, my wallet, and I do carry my .45 with me a lot of times. Yeah. So the items that so I also brought my camera case, which I do carry with me everywhere. It's got some extra batteries in there. My tripod for when I'm going on longer. Well, when I need it, like this time. Extra things that I brought, I normally don't have on my person with me all the time. I brought maps of the area. We are right there, right in this little kind of triangle right here, right at the head of this rapids. And all this inside of here is BLM. Public land. Anyhow, that's the topographical map of where I'm at. I brought my Bible, something to read, because there is a lot of downtime here where you just don't do much, especially when you're trying to conserve energy. I brought my Katadyn water filter. It's a Hiker Pro. I've never even used it yet. Well, actually I did, just testing it. But just in case. But since we found that water, since we found that tin pan, I think we'll be fine. Oh yeah, I brought snot rags because I'm always blowing my nose and stuff. So that is an item I normally carry. Oh yeah, and the coolest thing I've found so far. Check this out. As I'm walking along the gravel bars, of course I'm always looking for jasper, agate, rocks, cool things, stuff like that. This, it's obviously a broken something, but you can definitely see where the edge has been worked there. just on one side though. Maybe it was a scraper of some kind. And that's what we want right there, a full rolling boil. Anything in there is dead. I was just adjusting my thing and I just lost all my water. I'd burn it. On the water bottle on my second trip, my second water trip. I think I'll save this first pot of purified water and for drinking water. And there's a couple things that ended up being kind of disappointing so far. Number one is those oak trees over there. You know, for as prolific as we were getting, you know, that those oak trees were producing that we were getting acorns from before, man, those trees over there had nothing. Absolutely nothing underneath them. So that was kind of disappointing. The other disappointing thing is we came out here maybe a month ago and I mean not right here but upriver a little bit and downriver a little bit, and there was tadpoles just filling all these little ponds and stuff in here, all the little, and now there's absolutely nothing in them. Maybe this will lift my spirits. A gravel bar. I know there's nothing to eat on it except for bird, but at the same time maybe there'll be a cool rock. Another thing that's weighing on me is I know it's going to rain. What is today? Today's Friday. I know it's going to rain probably tonight and for sure tomorrow. Like 100% chance, big storm coming in. I have a concern about the river going up, and combine that with lack of food, which makes you not think quite as clearly as you normally do, and trying to cross the river in that little dinghy when I was 100% and I still got wet. So, oh yeah, and there wasn't any cool rocks on the gravel bar. I would like to try to find a way to get to some oak trees, because there's got to be an oak tree somewhere that has acorns on it, or at least below it. Between the energy loss and the poison oak, I don't know. What I should be doing is working on my shelter, since it's supposed to be raining. That would be the wise thing to do. That flat down there is where I boated across. Right up there is where I'm camped. See, there's a number of oaks up there. So hopefully, somewhere, one of them has some acorns, hopefully. This is really kind of frustrating. I really expected some acorns up here, and I am finding nothing. And there's so much poison oak. This is driving me nuts. Well, I came all the way up here. I found one stinking acorn. I'm clear up in the clouds. I'm beat. And I didn't bring anything with me. My mouth is dry as can be. So, actually gotten a couple swallows of water. And another crazy thing how much poison oak I've gone through. Oh. Well, heading back down to camp. I did get enough water from that fir tree to give me a little boost of energy, something. Feel a lot better now. Oh my goodness, I actually found one. It's growing. That's amazing. Maybe there's a couple more around this tree. There is another one. And another one. Oh man. Well, it's got a wormhole, but still, it's got enough good stuff in there that didn't kill it. Well, maybe I'll look around a little bit. Well, I really doubt this was worth the effort, but found another thing I found. Madrone berries. They were eaten, but not very much. And their taste is not the best. But they are edible from the madrone tree. And hey, food's food when you're hungry. Head back to camp. A golden eagle. What do we have here? Crush it. Oh, it smells like onions. Onions are the only thing that smell like onions. Not very big, but I'll take anything. Yeah. Sweet. Made it back to camp. Alright, still going a little bit. Now that's a little more refreshing than sucking on a tree branch. Well, there's all the acorns I got. Pork and beans, chicken noodle soup, chicken, man, family size cranberry sauce, sweet peas, corn, what's this? Onion salt. Huh. I think we'd be eating good. Well, I've come to the conclusion that I would be a fool if I didn't take advantage of this. Oh yeah, still sealed. Still sealed. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hey, found it on this side of the river, right? That is salty. Wow. Good, but it's even saltier to drink. Pork and beans. Yeah, they're not all that old. I mean, they're probably here from, you know, before fall. Probably late summer, I would say. How long this has been here. I got a bug just falling in that thing. I think that chicken noodle soup is seems so salty just because I haven't eaten for a while. Not since yesterday, just nothing today. Oh, that smells good. Oh man. Okay, call me stupid. I just read the can. It's condensed chicken noodle soup. No wonder it's so salty. Duh! I came to prove that I could make it on just what I'm carrying. And I did. I did just fine. I have wallowed through so much poison oak that I need to get washed up, because I don't like getting poison oak. I don't know how many people like getting poison oak, but I certainly don't. It's a cool looking rock formation. Okay, so I walk halfway up a mountainside to find 6 acorns. And now that I'm done with my trip, they're everywhere. On the side of the road. Ay, caramba, chihuahua.